I have shared the link on the group. Like I mentioned the last time, the survey is to gauge what we have all seen on the videos that we shared earlier. So try to not cheat. Don't try to use Google. It's more of we are trying to measure what you have what you have watched on the video. So it's completely anonymous. So I'm not going to know what you have picked or what you have selected. So if you kind of use Google to answer the questions, what would happen is that if you get it right, we would have false impression that you already know it. Meanwhile, you have not known it. So it's good that you answer it with your church mind so that whatever it is that we are getting as a feedback from this would be the truth. And we'll be able to judge if we have been able to pass the information out correctly or not. So I've sent the link to the group. If you are unable to see the link or open the link, please let me know. But we can all start answering the questions now. Peradventure, you have any question, you can unmute and ask me. But in the absence of questions, we'll reconvene by 9:30 to continue the class. So we just like we did last week, we're going to look at the results from the responses you have given. So just go to the work now and we converge by 9:30. Thank you. If you have any question, you can always unmute and ask me. So we also have the QR code on the screen for anyone who has not started filling the survey. Thank you. Hello, Ajaibumi. I saw that you're muted. Do you want to say anything? Yeah?
Mr. Doyin, please, Olamide will not be joining us today. She's at the training at work.
Please, can you come back again?
Okay, so Olamide will not be joining us today. She's at a training at work.
Okay, that's right. Maybe she's the one that sent the rain to disturb us. Let me try to check results to see if everyone has. La, 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 la. I think everyone on this call had filled something. So I think we're just going to start now and see what happens. All right. So let's pick the questions one after the other. I hope everyone is here. Oh, Ada is not here. Maybe she dropped and she'll be back by 9:30. So we have to wait till 9:30 then, since everyone is not here. Please kindly bear with us. We'll be back by 9:30. Hi, everyone. So I think everyone is here. So we can start looking at each of the questions, then see what's up and how our people are doing. Well, I think everyone is, I, it seems the three of you, you've gone somewhere to go and, to go and do some party. For the most part, you are all picking the same answers. And I hope that I have done a good job on the video. So thank you, Ada, for that for your reply on the video. Yeah, I think personally, I also prefer that right click. I think I prefer that right click also. Because creating the button for Drew True, it's kind of, you know, maybe aesthetically, but in terms of going down to go and click another button on the control, it's kind of stressful than just right click and move on. Or what were you thinking with that comment?
I feel that going to go and create button here and there, it's too much. So you can also right click and be moving ahead with your journey.
Yes, exactly. Right click and move ahead with your journey. All right. So speaking about right click, what happens when you right click a data point and choose drill through? What happens? Does it open a detailed page for that item? Does it clear all filter? Does it change the chart type? Yeah, it opens a detailed page for that filtered item. Yes. So we have multiple items, and these items are, so we have like an overview page that talks about like how each of the items are doing. Oh, we're looking at, when we're young, we say, someone posted something one day and I was just laughing. Say, when they say, this debate that we usually have in our primary school days, between teachers and and what's the other one? So, I'm forgetting that is now. It's just when those debates that we always have that these people are better than these people. And when you said that, now I have understood though. So now you want to know, okay, these are doctors are doing, this is how technicians are doing in Nigeria, and this is how these people are doing in Nigeria. But on that overview page, the only thing you have there is only how they are doing, who is doing better. Doctors, teachers, farmers. You are now looking at, okay, you also want to know the income, the average income of people in each of the categories. You also want to know the average revenue of people that have business in that category. You also want to know the average age of people in that category. You also want to know the average education of people in that category, distribution of education level, the 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 highest amount or the lowest amount that persons in those sectors have in their accounts. You have all of these details in another detail page, but you also want to show your stakeholders what the overview looks like. That, okay, doctors, this is how they are doing. Farmers, this is how they are doing. These people, this is how they are doing. Now, drill through will now allow you to be able to then enter into each of them and go to detail page. You now see, okay, for doctors, this is how they are doing. For farmers, this is how they are doing. For teachers, this is how they are doing. But notice that in the detail page, you would have done cross-tabulation by profession so that everything in that detail page will be based on profession by profession by profession, revenue by profession, average revenue by profession, maximum something by profession. So that when you are drilling, it will now then be, when you drill through doctors, on that detail page, what you have is only doctors by everything you are doing. If you drill through by farmers, it will only be details about farmers by all of the insights you are generating. If you drill into teachers, there will only be teachers by all of the things you are doing. So everybody got this right. Bravo to everybody. So can someone, when we all get it, maybe someone should, when we are done, someone should give us emoji of ure, ure, ure. Just like Arsenal, we are going to win today. UEFA Champions League final. Is there any Arsenal fan on this? That is making jest of me. You are a Chelsea fan. I know that. Either Chelsea or Man U. Who are you supporting? Who are you supporting? Man U. Are
No,
you
I'm
Chelsea or Man
supporting
U?
Chelsea. I'm supporting.
I already know. It's Chelsea people. Favor, you are an Arsenal fan, right?
No, I'm not.
You are what?
I'm not.
Which club are you supporting?
Barcelona.
All right. I pack enemy food this place. Oh. My enemies up and down, even my foreign enemies, they are in this group, local and foreign, both of them on this group. That's fine. That's fine. Well, after this session, we are done. No more training again, unless all of you go and announce your fanship and come to us now. All right, the next one, true or false? Drill through pages used to zoom into details about one specific item. True. Everybody said true. Perfect. Yes. It's only one specific item. That's what drill through does. And it's very powerful because it helps you to zoom in and see the bigger picture in each of the items. So which filter option controls whether slicer selection carry over into a drill through page? Which filter option controls whether slicer selection carries over into a drill through page? So that everybody would see what that question is talking about. Okay, let me say, keep all filters, clear all filters, synchronize slicers. I think I did not mention that on that video call. And that's why I'm going to show this. So when you drill through, there is a particular filter button that will be on. Where's that? That's our drill through. Yeah. So you can see you see here? If you look at when we bring
It's not
our
showing,
drill through.
I think it's still the.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I was sharing my application. So that's why, so I'm now sharing my full screen. So this is our drill through page. You would notice that, can you all see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You notice that there is a button that is on, and that button can be on or off when I bring drill through. So that filter button is what we are asked, that question is talking about. So you can keep off filters or allow your filter to also follow your drill through. So let's assume that you already have filters across your page. You remember when we were dealing with sliders and you remember that we said filter can be in one chart or in one page or in all pages. So now, when you are also doing drill, that filter that you have implemented, you can keep it or decide not to keep it. So if you say that, okay, you want this your drill through, the drill through that you are doing to be independent of the filters that you have created or implemented or executed, then you are going to keep off filters. You want it to be independent. But if you want the filter to also follow you, you want the blessing of God to follow you, all of the reports. You want the filter that you have implemented to follow all of your insights. Then you put this button on. That's what that question is talking about. Ada, I saw that you are muted. Do you want to ask a question?
No.
All right. So that's what that question is talking about. It's just this button. I did not mention it on that video, but it's this button that is talking about filter. So this filter button, either you put it off or you put it on. If you turn it off, then that means all the filter will not apply. But if you put it on, then your filter would apply. The other one is cross reports. So there are some times that you also want the report that you have created in other pages to use this drill through that you have used to also use it. Then you can do what we call cross report, such that another report will use the same drill through that you are using here. So it's not just so, this is the report. All of these pages, they are all on the same report, just one report. Now let's assume that you want to create another report entirely with its own pages. I want those drill through to also use this page. Then you are going to put on this. Then you are able to then link through to all of those reports. So that's what that question is talking about. That question is talking about the filter. So this is the answer. And a majority got it right. Thank you. Why might you use a drill to page instead of putting all details on the overview page? Wow, everybody chose the same response. So about using slicers? No. To make reports harder to keep the overview clean and focused. Yes. In the overview, you might want to just, in data storytelling, one of the things we said was that always try to give overarching first before you now start to going deep by deep by deep by deep by deep. So that was it. So eat them, So the overview page is going to let you know, oh, this is the major thing. This is what is happening. So that's like a teaser. Just like when you start watching a movie and they give you some teasers, appetizer and everything like, oh, I want to watch this movie. Or they give you a trailer. So that overview page is like a trailer. So now you now say, oh, overview, this is what is happening. So we are running a sales organization, and we're interested in our sales. We're now telling our stakeholders that Northwest is giving us more money than Southeast. And for stakeholders, what they want to know is which region is giving us more money. You already gave them that Northwest is giving them more money than Southeast. Instead of putting all of the chart of revenue and everything in Southwest, Southeast, everything on the same page. No. So when you now drill through, you drill into Northwest and say, okay, this is what's happening in Northwest. If you go back to overview, you drill into Southeast, you see what's happening in Southeast. Oh, this is what is happening. This is why it is different from Northwest. Then you're able to get through to your insights. That's the answer. Which icon in the filter pane lets you clear a drill through filter? Eraser icon, plus icon, star icon. Yeah, it's the eraser icon. Eraser icon. I think we've used that icon multiple times. So it is it. And it looks like an eraser. If you click on it, it's going to clear everything. It's like an eraser. So it's the eraser icon. It's the eraser icon, not the plus icon, not the star icon. True or false? Drill through pages can only be created for products. Oh, false. True. Oh, wow, someone chose true. It's actually false. It's not only for products. It can be just any item. It can be created for any item. Any item that is categorical in nature. Even sometimes you can even do drill through for numeric variables. Yes, you can do drill through for them also. But most times we always have for categorical. Which is consistent. Why is consistent color use important in Power BI dashboard? So we also talk about aesthetics and formatting in that video. It improves readability and storytelling, makes report harder to read with high data level. Yes, it improves readability because once your color are fighting one another, they are conflicting with one another, then you are going to dissuade the people that are looking at your dashboards. So that's why you want to pick your colors correctly and accurately so that by the time people are looking at your work, they are even fascinated and drawn into what you are presenting because of the way you have presented your color combinations. I remember one of the major shots in Eid, whenever they are doing all these Muslim festivals. One of the major shots is when these Hausa folks, our northern folks, when they start to do all of those their makeups, you see all those kind of different styles of makeups that they put in their face, and you're like, oh, what's this? The same way your stakeholders will look at your dashboard when your colors are not, going in sync. That's just map that feeling to when you see someone doing all those red looking kind of makeups. So that it's just the same thing. What color combination is best for accessibility? High contrast colors, random bright colors, very similar shades. No, when they have very similar shades, when you have green and green and green and green, or dark, dark, dark everywhere, it doesn't look good. But high contrast colors, contrast means that you are having contrast of colors. So we have dark on bright. You are not having dark on dark. That's bad. That's similar shades. You are not having bright on bright. That's similar shade. You are not having pink on white. It doesn't make sense. They are both bright colors, similar shades. But if you have pink on, say, dark, is it pink on which dark will go with pink? Pink. Which dark will go with pink? For ladies, which dark color will go with pink?
Do you mean another shade of pink?
No. So I want to this blue now. I want it to be. I want the overlay to be pink. These bars, I want them to be pink. So, which color would be for the chart? So you can see that this is the dark on bright. But let's say I want it to be pink. I want the bars to be pink. What would it be? What would I use as the background?
You use a darker shade.
All right. So, what darker shade would it be? I'm trying to look for. So, what would that darker shade be?
Maybe
Like a dark blue.
Yeah, I want to use. All right. This is dark one. Okay. Is this pink or purple?
that's pink.
Okay. So let's look at the color that will go back. So Favor said dark blue, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at dark blue. Is this dark blue? Yeah, I think dark blue. Now you already see what is happening on this report, on this page. Because I have a background of blue and I'm putting this chart area as blue, you already see that there is a conflict. There's a conflict there. Does it look fine again? Unlike when I had this. I'm trying to go back to where I was coming from. Oh no, let me go and mute myself. Now, between this blue on somewhat grayish background, and this time around, I'm having this. Now, I have put blue on this. So, what is the problem with this chart?
Okay, the
Or
problem
what
with
is the
the
problem
chart
with it?
the problem with the chart is that the colors that they're already using on pink, you needed to change the figures. That's the data label, so it could be more visible.
All right. Yes, that's also very correct. The values that are on the pink is also a problem because that white is a bright color. If I want to put any value on that pink, it has to be dark. Another problem, or okay, does anyone has any other problem aside this value that are on pink? Any other problem? Bumi and Favor. Any other problem with the color combinations?
I think even the font of the data is quite small, so it's not visible. We're not able to see what is written in the text to like click on it.
Yes, you are right.
Apart
The
from the
title
color,
is not visible because
yeah,
this color that I'm using for my title is black. That's a dark shade. And the that area also is blue. Dark blue is also a dark shade. So that is also conflicting. So people will not see this title at all. So that's why I have to balance everything. You have to balance it to make it beautiful. You have to balance. So that balance is what we are asking for in this question. So you have to use high contrast colors, colors that contrast with one another. So that's what we are trying to add. You said. Okay. So the next question is, using too many colors in one chart can confuse the other. True. Don't use too many colors. It's good to use a gradient of maybe one or two or three colors max. It's always not good to have more than three colors. If you want to allow top 5 products in the chart, which formatting approach works best? Yes, use a distinct color for those products. Yes, very fine. Don't use random product colors. Don't hide top products. That will not give you good insights. Use distinct colors. Wow, people did well. Yeah, I think we don't even need to have post post test results today. Everyone did extremely great. Thank you very much for that. It's still raining here, and I am literally shouting because it's raining. So, does anyone ask any question? Is there any question from the video or from everything in this week? Oh, it's raining at
so
the side.
and so the slicer, I think the last question talking about the slicer.
Okay.
Here.
What's the question you have with that?
Why I didn't really talk. I just used the knowledge I knew about slicer to answer it. So I didn't really.
Ah, I can't hear you clearly. That's the problem.
I said for the last question talking about the slicer.
Okay, okay.
So I don't know if you have fitted that.
Okay, okay. Let me check it again. Come in, let me reshare my screen. Let me reshare my screen. We want talking about slicer. This right? Which filter option control whether slicer selection carry over? Is it this? Bumi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
I said, is it this
I want,
question?
yes, it's that question. I want to know what the answer is.
Okay, so the answer is keep all filters. So I treated it here when I said, can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
All right. So when you want to slice, when you want to drill through, and you bring the value, the label that or the variable that you want to drill through, one of the major things you would have on this drill through, so you can see drill through here. Look at the options that are under it. You have cross reports, you have keep all filters. So you have the opportunity to either keep all filters or not keep all filters. So, and what does this mean? What it meant is that, we have talked about filters. So when you are developing your filters, drill through is like the last thing you do when you are done with all your analysis. Drill through is not the first thing you do in your analysis. Drill through is like when you are done with all your analysis and you're like, okay, how do I make this my analysis even more beautiful or make it like very good for me to navigate my way around when I'm presenting? That's where drill through comes in. So drill through will not happen before you have created your filters. So let's say you have created your filters on your reports. Okay, I want to filter by top product. I want to filter by least product here. And we've talked about filters in our previous what's it called? In our previous videos, where we said if you want to implement a filter, it's either you implement a filter on a chart or on a page or on all pages in your report. So what these keep all filters will do is that whatever filter you have implemented on your reports, you are telling this drill through that you keep it all through, keep all the filters. But if you pull it off, what you are telling is that don't keep all the filters. Do this drill through independent of my filters. That's what you are saying. So that question is asking you that, although I didn't read that part in the video, so it's just like we're trying to add to our knowledge base. So which filter option controls whether slicer selection carries over into a drill through page? So all of the slicer you have done, all of the filters you have done before you start doing drill through, if it's going to affect this drill through, will be if you keep this on or off. If you keep it off, it's not going to affect it. If you keep it on, it's going to affect it. So that's what that question is talking about. Have I answered your question?
Okay, yes, you have.
All right. Do we have any other question?
I have a question, but
All right.
I don't know how to ask the question. But I think maybe when you're doing the main training, I can now chip it in because I observed something while I was doing my project, and I cannot, anyway, let's say I cannot remember knowing how to put a slicer, right? And I was checking the videos. I don't know if it was during the live stream classes or Saturday classes that you did the video, because I had to go back to like 3 weeks video, last week, 2 weeks video, and last week video, right? That was of the one
Okay.
you pre-uploaded, but I was not really getting it. So I noticed that when I was trying to do the project and I was putting in my data, I did not outrightly enabled my drill through. But I noticed that when I click on something, I'm seeing something that is saying like drill up, drill down.
Okay.
And at that point, I shall know that the information I'm seeing is coming up, but I know I did not purposely impute that drill through.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm making
Okay.
sense.
Okay, I get it. Okay. All right. So when we start, I'm going to talk about the slicer part, the drill down part, and drill up part. Actually, there are different kinds. You can drill down, you can drill up, and they're all doing the same thing. It's just that the usage is just what is different. So what we're going to do now is we'll go on a break by and come back by 10:15. So go on our first break. The rain has gone down a little bit here now. So we can go on a break and come back by 10:15 so that we can continue. All right, I'm going to answer your question also. If there's anyone who also has any question, please kindly keep them. Thank you. See you by 10:15 a.m.
Sorry, my is the class still on? Mr. Dane, please, can you hear me? About. Hello? I'm using my network.
Hi, Ada.
Sorry, my network went off, so I had to turn on the backup light.
Okay. And so we said, well, we should go on a break and come back by then.
Okay.
Hello, hello. It's 10:15. I hope everyone is here. Oh, people is not here. All right. So, firstly, let me start with the slicer. Yeah, I think it was during one of our Saturday classes that we actually started with slicer. And I think I mentioned it briefly. I didn't really put too much attention to it when I was talking about filters because slicers are just they are easy to implement actually. So firstly, slicers, whenever you implement a slicer, they affect everything on that page. That's they affect everything on that page. So to implement a slicer, very easy. Just click on this icon, this slicer icon here. Once you click on the slicer icon, it brings out the slicer button. So once it's here, then you drag the field that you want to slice by. Let's say I want to slice by gender. So I'm trying to look for gender. So I slice by gender. So I drag it to this place. So you can see I already have gender. So that's just it. So that's how you add the slicer. So every other thing is just trying to make it beautiful. Then going to this place to make it either vertical list or drop down. So you can make it a drop down or a vertical list. So a vertical list will be set. So that's how a slicer works. Or you change the background, change the colors, change the edges, and all of those. You can do all of those. So that's how to add a slicer. And like I said, whenever you add a slicer to your page, it affects everything that's on that page. It affects everything on that page. Unlike filter, that you can add filter by chart or by the page or by all your reports. Slicer only would affect everything on that page. To affect everything on that page. So that's the slicer and filter. This is just very easy. Just click on the slicer button. Then you the charts. In that chart, you can click on it, create the slicer, and drag the filter to as a slicer. That's about that. Now to drill down and drill up and drill through. So the three of them, they are trying to do the same thing, but in different ways. So drill down is going to so let's assume that you have an hierarchical variable, a variable that has year, month, week, days, hours, minutes, seconds. That's your variable has all of those. So drill down and drill up would allow you to move across the hierarchies. So let's assume that you have your charts, maybe a line chart that's, I don't have that such variable here, so I've tried to look for it. I don't have it here, so that's why I'm able to practicalize it. But on your data where you have it, so it's more of, okay, you have sales, so you have a column that is like year, and there you have you have a column that's talking about time, and you have year, month, week, day, all of those. It might jump any of these categories that I've mentioned. And it might be it's based on your data. So you have the hierarchy. The hierarchy is the major thing what I'm explaining. So you have an hierarchy where you have top, bottom, bottom. So what drill down and drill up does is that you can move across the hierarchy. So you can move from the one that's next to the one that's up, one that's up to one that's below. So that's what hierarchy does. Whilst drill through will take you to a different page entirely. So just like we've implemented drill through will take you to a different page entirely to give you a different report for that item you have chosen. But drill down and drill up is the same chart, but it's just that you are now saying that, okay, I don't want to see this chart in week, I want to see it in months. I don't see it in month, I don't see it in year. So that's the difference. Because there are some variables that you see, sometimes variables that you see that both the year, the time, the year, month, and everything will be on the same column. So you can then, where Power BI has a way and Excel has a way of being able to detect that, okay, this is an hierarchical kind of variable. So you have year, week, and everything on the same variable. So you can then drill up and drill down. So I think what you have seen is something like around that. Am I right? Canada,
Yes, it's like an arrow that is telling me that you drill down through the hierarchy variable or something.
yeah. So that's about that. So I think I have explained these slides out. So whenever you see drill down or drill up, it's just that, okay, you want to go to another hierarchy that's above what you have. So it's just like you have a nested structure. You go to the next side. You want to see another level. That's just okay. Any other question? Any other question? Okay, in the absence of question, okay.
So in a situation whereby in my overarching question, after I've done my overarching pyramid and all of that, and I want to, just like how you taught last week, and I want to drill in to that particular question. I want that question to take me to the page where that research question is being answered, right?
Yeah.
Must I use the buttons? And I don't want to use the buttons because the buttons, that means I have to put buttons everywhere in my distance. And I don't want to use buttons. But I just want that maybe by just tapping it, it just takes me to that page. Is there any other way I can do it?
Okay, so firstly, what you are doing is not true. What you just mentioned is not true. So what I understood, let me say what I understood by what you just said is not true. So just like I think you're talking about something like this, what I was explaining last week, this where you have some buttons and like, okay, this is the button for when I want to go to the profit page. This is the button for when I want to go to
Yes.
customer service. So that's not true. That's just like you are navigating through your work and making your work beautiful. Due true is when you have items that you have, so just like this profit analysis now. So I have distribution of profit by membership status. Then I now want to know what is happening in each of the membership status. So that's true. They are doing the same thing, but it's just that in terms of the what do we call it, the linguistic, the vocabulary, the library, it's not. They are not doing the same thing in terms of library, in terms of usage in Power BI setting. But I understand what you are saying. So what you are saying is that instead of having all of these, you just want to because the buttons are too much, right? And you don't need to
Okay,
create.
so my
So
own came in a text box. It's just as if I'm writing my research questions. So if I'm addressing, for example, research question 1, which is already a text box that is stating what my research question is addressing, just like tapping the research question, it moves me to the page whereby that research
where you
question
have
is
analysis,
answered.
right?
Thank you.
All right.
Exactly. And I don't want to use the buttons. How do I go about maybe linking that page to that particular research question?
Oh, you know what? What you can do is that why don't you add, instead of adding a text box, why don't you add this? Instead of inserting a text box, insert wait, can I insert yeah, insert a blank button. On that blank button, put in what you want as your research question on it. So this is what I want as research question. So then what's That's what I want to have as my research. So you can add an inserted button, right? So I can then put the action on this button. That okay, take me to navigation to target analysis. So instead of using text box, I will just use that button. Does that answer your point, or does that help the situation?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So I use that to make it work fine. So instead of using text box, because text box does not have action. The three that has actions are button shapes. It's just like we're trying to work around what Power BI has. And I like the fact that you don't want to have many buttons. It's not good to have many buttons. So it's not good to have many buttons. It's going to make your work necessarily cluttered. For me, what I always do is instead of having too much buttons, I just have one button that takes me to a particular page, then some drill through from that page to other detailed pages, then back to that page itself. Then once I'm back to that overview page of that research question, I'll just click on home. It takes me back to home. You can see that on that detailed question, in the overview page where I have all of the research questions, that one I would have just no button because each of the image that I have in that overview would be linked to a particular page. So I don't need to put a button on this one, just for me to link that image to a page. So once I go to this profit page now, then I can do overall analysis. Then from that one, I can drill through around. Then from all of those pages that I'm drilling to, I'll just click on back. I'll just put one button on those ones. Very small button. And you can even make all of these buttons very, very small. Not compulsory. You can size them, make them very small. That even someone that does not know something can, you can see that it's not very small. You can make them very small so that you know what you even know what you are doing. I can like make them very small, even for aesthetic purposes. I love to make it so that they are not just unnecessarily big. So I can have just one like stop taking back to where I'm coming from. Then from that overview page, I do so I don't have unnecessarily many buttons cluttered around or littered around. Any other question? Question. Who asked question? So, like we said, drill through is very easy. Just go to the detail page, which is your target page. Put in what you want to drill through, overview the item you want to drill into. Then create an overview of that item on that page. And then drill to that page easily. Very easy. Very easy. And then drill through that page. So I click. Once you right click, and I said she likes this, then drill to go to that. That's all. Any question? You notice that you can drill into multiple pages. It's not compulsory that it's just one page. You can see how we are drilling from this guy to like multiple pages. It's not compulsory that it's just one page. You can drill into as long as this variable that we have here is a drill to variable in all of those variables, in all of those pages, right? They will drill it. So if I add that variable as a drill through to customer's page, same thing would apply. Once I drag it here, if I go back here, if I right click now, you should be seeing customers planning. I'll see that I have customers planning. So once I remove it from this customers, once I remove it from this customers, click on it, it will not be there. It will not be there because I've removed it from where it can do. So you can see that is very easy. There's nothing big. Any question?
Good morning, sir. So, I don't really understand that YouTube. Like, are you dragging the chart or the category or the what you want to analyze? Are you dragging it on the other chart, on the chart where you're creating the view to, or the format page where you want to, where you're taking it from? I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, you are making sense. All right. So, firstly, what do you understand by drill through?
You
Like
said
in
it,
your own, just okay. Yeah, say it and use an example. Then you now use that example to illustrate what it does.
you said due to is to like know more
I
about
said, this is what it is.
this. That's what I know. I understood from
I'm
what you
just, I'm
said
just like,
that
you can just feeling your legs. All right.
that due to is to know more about like a particular category, like the example of the fruits you made, carrot, apple. Like if I want to know more about apple, that's due to then to take me to a chart whereby everything is just about the apple.
Okay. All right. So now I want to ask you a question. What sector are you most interested in? What economy sector are you most interested
The apple sector.
in? Apple.
Like the where is
No,
it
no,
to
I
talk
don't. I'm not talking about this example. Though. I'm talking about
okay.
like your personal life. Like which sector are you most interested in? Is it sport? Is it agri? Is it business? Is it retail? Is it pharmaceuticals? Which one are you most interested in?
Business.
Business. Okay.
Yeah.
So which business are you most interested in? If you want to
Um
start a business today, which one will you start?
like a clothing business.
Wow, that's awesome. All right. So let's assume that Burkina Faso as Brock Buck. Okay. Ah, wow. Birkin is Birkin owned by one of your family member.
No.
As I was about to use your surname, let's customize it for your business name. That is Birkin. I can't remember. All right. So let's say we have leaves. Ah, maybe has gone. Maybe Ada is the one that would explain to her. Oh, Favor is back. All right. So now this is what Jutru does. So let's assume that Flave's empire, you are into clothing and you sell clothing brands for different people, different places, all around the world. You are a global enterprise. Now, your analysts, you are the CEO now. But now let's take it that you are the analyst in your organization. You're now presenting to investors, stakeholders. They want to know how you are faring. One major thing you will run into as a global enterprise is how you're going to present your data in a compelling way. When I mean compelling, I mean in terms of the insights that are going to come out, and also in a way that it looks very, very appealing to them. Because investors, they don't have time. They are economic people. They don't have time to sit down. They are not statisticians. They don't have time to be looking at your graphs and everything. But one thing that you would want to aim at is give them the tip of the iceberg first. Once you're able to give them the tip of the iceberg first, then when we start talking about those other 80% of the iceberg, it's easy for them to, you have already lured them into your world. But if you try to throw, just like the analogy we had last week, where you are throwing many things at the same time, the same thing suffices in this argument or in this context. You don't want to throw everything at the same time. So one of the things you'd want to do as the analyst of your company, global enterprise, is, okay, I want to present how we are doing as a company. One of the major things is, okay, the world, the global world, how are we divided? We have the global south, we have the global north, we have western pole, we have the eastern pole, and all of those. Or you say, okay, continent wise, how is the world distributed? Oh, we have the North Americans, South America. If you have businesses in all of those markets, so now you have these markets and say, okay, let me use continents. Yes. The first thing you want to have on your overview page, because you want to present on sales, no, let me say revenue. That's what you want to present. The first thing you have on your revenue page is total revenue, the day that you had the least revenue in that year, the day you had the highest revenue in that year, the product that is giving you the highest revenue. Then the next thing you also want to have is the distribution of revenue across all continents that you have your market in. You already noticed that when you want to present revenue by continent, it's like, oh, our total revenue is $12.5 million. Then in this market, we made this amount. Out of that $12.5 million, this is the amount we made in this market. This amount we made in this market. This amount we made in this market. So you have Africa, you have North America, you have South America, you have Europe, you have Asia, you have Australia. You have them on your chart and you have presented that, oh, these are what we made. This is our revenue across all of these markets. These are the same analogy, or is the same analogy as the apple carrot analogy I made in that video. Wow. She's gone. Ada, are you with me? Ada, are you
Yes.
with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Favor, what was the last thing you had? Because I know you dropped off.
You said like the analogy you were saying.
Okay. All right. Oh, I dropped off. You're back. Okay. So now,
So, okay, don't worry, don't let me take.
so when you distribute when you show the distribution of your revenue by continent, in your mind, you already know that, oh, this is a bar chart. So your investors are looking at your beautiful bar chart that you have formatted nicely. Then the next thing that is on your investors' mind is that what is happening in each of these continents. That's the next thing. So you have told me that you have told your investors that, oh, not so your bars are showing that this is the continent where you have the highest revenue. Africa is where you have the highest revenue. Asia is where you have the lowest revenue. The next thing that is on their mind is that, oh, what is happening in each of these continents? But because it will not make sense for you to have what is happening in all of those continents on the same chart as the total revenue, that is where drill through comes in. So what would now happen is that you will create a separate page that will then have different insights by continent. You already know that on your data set, you already have what we call a column for continents. That's already on your data set, a column for continents. So all the revenues that are coming, they are coming from each of the continents are already on that data set. So what you just need to do is that on your overview page, do revenue by continent. Then go to another page entirely and do continent by product, continent by prices, continent by total amount of goods sold, continent by top 5 products sold, continent by customers, gender of the customers, continent by different kind of insight on that page. You can see that you're already talking about what is happening in by continent. So when you now come back to the overview page where you have that bar chart showing which continent has the largest revenue, what you then need to do is you are going to drill into each of the values, the items on that continent page. That, okay, I want to click on Africa. I want to know what's happening in Africa. Then you right click on Africa, you drill through. Then you now go to the page where you have those detailed analysis. So for you to implement that, you go to the page where you have detailed analysis. So let's say this is the target analysis, the detailed analysis. Then you are going to pull continent as a variable. You pull it into the what's it called? The drill through field. You pull continent into the drill through field in the target, the page where you have the detailed analysis. So as soon as you create that, in the overview page where you have the continent by revenue, that page would automatically detect that you have added that variable as a drill through in another page. It will automatically detect. So when you right click on any of the either America or Asia or anything, you will see drill through on. Then you can then see the page where you have put in that drill through variable. So as soon as you drill through, what will then happen is that the item that you right click on would be the only thing that will show in that target page where you have the detailed analysis. Why? Because you have told Power BI that I only want to drill through into this item. I want to see only Africa. I want to see the top 5 products sold in Africa. I want to see the gender that is patronizing my business most in Africa. I want to see the least product that I'm selling in Africa. I want to see the total amount of product I sold in Africa. So if I go back to this place and instead of right-clicking Africa, I right-clicked North America, the same thing would happen. I would only see North America on the detailed analysis page because I have drilled through. Have I answered your question?
Yes, but you said that if I want to create a drill through, I'll go to the original chart and right click, Abby.
To
I didn't
create,
get it. Okay.
you go to the target page where your detailed analysis is. That's where you pull the same variable that is in the overview. You know, in this case now, membership status is what we are drilling into. So you go to the target analysis where you have all the major insights per each of the level. That's where you drag the same variable that you want to drill into here is the same variable that you drag in the target page. So as soon as you drag that variable on the target page, you drag that variable into your drill through field. If you go back to the overview page, that's when you can now right click. If you don't drag it into the drill through in the target page, it will not see anything. No, you just tell you you see that because if on this target analysis now there's nothing there. If I go back to profit analysis and right click membership status, target analysis will not be there. Let me go to purchase pattern and remove it also, and remove anything drill through from my page entirely. If I go back to profit analysis and right click, even drill through will not be on. Drill through will not be on. I said drill through is not even there at all. For drill through to be there, I have to go to another page and pull the same variable that I am looking as an overview that I want to drill into. Membership status is what I want to drill into. I will go to the page where I want the analysis to show. I will go and pull membership status into the drill through field. Once I drag into the drill through field, if I go back to the overview page and right click, it will now be on. Have I answered the question?
Yes, I understand now. Thank you.
Hope is not that you are trying to not stress me.
No, I understand
Okay.
very well. Yes.
All right. So it's just like you have two pages, one overview, one detail. On the overview page, what you just want to show is snippets. But you want to now enter into each of the snippets, enter it. So you have EP. EP is on your overview, EP, where you have the list of all your songs on the overview page. Now, if you want to listen to the song, it will be in the target page. For you to now move from the list of songs to the song itself, you have to create a drill through. Where do you create the drill through? Go to where the songs are, not the list, the songs. You go and put in the variable that talks about your list. Put it there. Go back to where your list is. Then say right click, drill into this guy. Go to this page. Then it does whatever it is.
Wait,
That's
sorry.
the answer.
So when I'm right clicking, am I right clicking on the chart or like the silver or the variable, like under membership status?
Yeah,
Go to the drill through.
you are right clicking on each of the item, the levels. So either silver or gold or bronze. So if it's in continent, you're going to right click either Africa. So if I right click on silver now, what I'm telling you is that I only want to drill into silver. So that's why if I click on target answer, the only thing that you see here is silver. The reason you are not seeing that chart is because we have done nonsense on this on this chart. Let me do the background and make it all right. So you can see that it's silver that is on. If I don't drill into silver, if I drill into gold, the same thing would happen. Gold will show because I only want to see gold. So if I drill into bronze, it's going to show only bronze. So it's dependent on what you are drilling into that would tell Power BI that the insight I want to show is for this level or for this level or for this level. So you cannot pick more than one level if you are drilling into, because what drilling into means that you only want to see what is happening there. If you go to an hotel and you collect key to room 155 and you want to start checking what is happening in 156, what would they call you? Favor, what would they call that person? They say, you want to come and steal in this place? Because you don't have key to room 156. You only have key to room 155. The same thing happens here. So this is an hotel. Gold is the key that I have collected. Right click into the key, slot in the key, and go to my room. The only thing I will see in my room is everything that they have given me for my own room. If I say, me, I have paid for deluxe, and someone had paid for Sherman Dream room, and I want to enjoy Sherman Dream inside deluxe, me, I have paid 20,000. Someone else paid 150,000. Can I enjoy what that person had paid for? No, because I've only paid for deluxe. So if you pay for deluxe, you enter deluxe. room. That's it. If you want to know what's happening in another room, you have to go back to the reception and pay for that other room. So, oh, I want to know what's happening in silver room. You pay for silver, then go to the room. Oh, wow, this was happening in silver. So, whenever you drill through, you don't drill into multiple categories. You only drill into one category. And when you drill into, the insight you are going to see will only be pertaining to that category. I've answered the question.
Yes, yes.
All right. Any other question?
Sorry, Mr. Doing, that button that you said that takes you to page navigation, right? I tried
Yeah.
it too, and I've put my page now where it should navigate me to. It's not navigating me to. I
Did
don't
you hold
know.
control
How do
key?
I? Eh?
Did you hold control key?
Which one is control key?
CTRL on your keyboard now. You have to hold the control key before you can click on any button for it to work.
Oh, okay, okay. I can't just double click it.
No. You hold control key, then click on it.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Did it work?
Let me try it. Not working, no.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Okay.
All right. Let me stop sharing so I can share your screen. Before Ada starts to share her screen, Favor, are you with us? Is everything fine?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. So by next week, everyone is good to start presenting their
Please, can you see
project.
my screen?
Yeah, it's coming up. All right, I can see your screen now. Can go to Power BI.
Okay, so this particular, the first box, that was where I put the button.
No,
And
I can't see
when
Power
I'm
BI yet. All right. Okay, I can see it now. Wow, beautiful.
okay, so
All right.
didn't I put TV for her? So I'm holding my control key and I'm double tapping. It's
Okay,
not
where is the button? Where is the button?
this is the button, this particular one.
Oh, okay, that particular one. Okay. So
Yes.
go to action. Let me see action.
Action.
Yeah,
Okay.
on that format button page. All right, click click the action.
Okay.
I can't. No, not the on. Like that's greater than sign.
So is it the one that said type and destination?
No action. Okay. Oh, I am unable to see what you have. Okay, so on your destination, what do you have on your destination?
Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. Can you see it
Okay, I can
now?
see it now. I can see it now. Yeah. You
Okay,
have
destination, I put product return
great.
rate.
Okay, I should go. All right, go back. Go back to that button. Hold Control key and click on it. Why?
I'm even getting a prompt on holding the control key, but I don't know why. You say control and click to follow.
Yes, click on it. It should follow. It's not working.
It's not working. I don't know.
Click out. Click out first. Like click out. Entirely out. All right.
Okay.
No, click out.
I've clicked out. I'm
Like
not
click
inside the
out.
box.
No, you have not clicked out. You are still inside that box. Click out completely.
Sorry, let me minimize
Click
this.
around anywhere that there's no chat on your or anything. Click out. Just double click. All right. Yes, you have clicked out. Now go back to that button.
Okay.
Don't click it yet. Hold Control key. Then click on it.
It's bringing up the action, but the button function.
Okay. The tooltip.
And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong.
I don't think
So
so.
anytime I
I think
click
everything.
out and I put my cursor on the box, I hold the control key and just tap on it. It just brings up the format button.
Sorry, Ada, try to
No.
press Control and Enter.
Okay.
And enter, right?
Yes, I think I had similar issue too.
Okay.
So
You,
this is
no, click on that button first. Oh, all right. Click on Control, then
okay.
enter. Hold it. Don't leave Control.
Okay,
Hold it,
yeah.
then
Control
press.
and enter worked.
Aha. It worked.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Use Control and click the same way you use enter,
Control and what?
and click on it.
Okay.
Thank you, Favor, for that.
So control. So control and click is not working. I think it's just control and enter.
Enter. Yeah. Let's use another one like that.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Yep. 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 Thank you. Thank you, Favor, for that.
Please, how do I save
Everyone
this?
is-
Because I want to ask if I'm to save this thing and open a new file. Hope the work does not disappear.
No, it will not disappear. It's on your desktop. Except here.
Okay, to be on my desktop.
Close.
Okay, save and paste. I
Yes.
cannot speak English.
I mean your PC, not
Okay.
desktop page.
Okay.
You can just look for it wherever your documents are saved.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So by next week, everybody is going to have their presentation. So thank you very much for
Please,
a
can you also
wonderful
let us know the
insight.
first presentation that we'll be doing so we get that one ready?
Okay. Let's do that today. Which one should we do first? There are two people on this call.
I think it's
So which
better
one
that
do
we
you
just
do
maybe
first?
drop it on the group chat. So maybe drop it on the
Okay.
group chat and let's do like a polling vote or something.
Well, okay.
So
All
anybody have
right.
not
No
gotten that
problem.
one ready,
Let's
the
do that.
person
Let's
is
do that.
because even me, it's only one I've done out of three. Oh.
Then I did not even add the last two that I said I wanted to add. I want to see what our people will react and respond to first. So I decide if we're going to add another two. Well, no pressure. So let's see what happens today. I will drop the poll to everyone. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for a wonderful and insightful session. See you all next time. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. Next time, to the Arsenal winning Champions League.
I pray. Oh.
All right. Bye, everyone.
All right, bye.
Bye bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.